Ambrosial art.
I have delivered the missive about the meeting. Do you have any questions, Master Dan Heng?
I know all that I wish to know. Thank you, Miss Huanxi.
You need not address me as Miss. I am but one of Miss Bailu's maids. Then again, if I may be so bold as to make a humble request.
Go ahead.
Before this goes ahead... Oh, who might this be? I'm sorry, but Xianzhou's street lamps aren't in the habit of eavesdropping on conversations. I'm speaking with Master Dan Heng. I'm afraid this doesn't involve you. Please take your leave.
She is a close friend. I've invited her along to bear witness. Please, treat her as you would me. Now, what was your request?
Then I hope you don't plan on meeting with Miss Bailu. Please, hear what I have to say. I have good reason to be concerned. Perhaps you should know that Miss Bailu's path to becoming a High Elder was neither in compliance with proper protocol, nor of her own volition. Everything was a result of the stubbornness of her predecessor, Dan Feng. His hubris and tyranny brought about the end of the Luofu's High Elder succession. The preceptors heard of Master Dan Heng's return, and were uncertain whether it constituted good or ill fortune. However, many have surmised that the Luofu's High Elder succession tradition will soon be back in force. If true, that is indeed something worth celebrating. Whether we find another suitable candidate in accordance with the laws of our people, or have you take up the position anew, everything can still be mended. But if Master Dan Heng were to hand everything over to Miss Bailu, it could lead to great upheavals on the horizon. No good would come of it for her. Such a major matter as this is naturally up to the Preceptor Elders. I couldn't possibly say. I've been a maid here for 12 years now, and was with my mistress every day as she studied medicine and received tutelage. I've witnessed her countless escapes, and the inevitable, unwilling returns. As far as a Xianzhou is concerned, children like her enjoy a charmed and happy childhood. But as a High Elder in nothing but name alone, Miss Bailu is highly restricted in her actions, and has no freedom or say about her own life. I can't bear it. Your Highness, please think about this poor child. Miss Bailu is young, naive, and easily manipulated by others. I worry that under the pressure of others, she would be convinced into taking up too great a burden.
I understand your concern, but I have nothing more to say on the matter at present.
Then I will bid my farewell. Master Dan Heng, whether you choose to meet Miss Bailu or go with me to see the Preceptor Elders, I will be waiting for you by the ferry leading to Scale Gorge Waterscape.
I haven't even set eyes on Bailu, and people are already urging me not to meet her. You've been spending too much time with March. You know that I'm a descendant of the Luofu Vidyadhara. In Scale Gorge Waterscape, you witnessed my secret strength, as March would call it. Yet that power stems from Dan Feng, my previous incarnation. He altered the process of High Elder succession. plunging everything into catastrophe. Ultimately, he suffered the punishment of molting rebirth. Based on the physiological principles of Vidyadhara reincarnation, I ought to have been an entirely new entity. And, in view of the law, all crimes from my previous incarnation should have been wiped clean. But in reality, I was locked up in the shackling prison at birth. Even after I was released and left the Xianzhou, my High Elder past and Danfeng's enemies pursued me like a haunting shadow. Now, I plan to face that shadow. In order to make amends, I want to repair the Ambrosial Arbor's seal and visit the High Elder to see what more I can do. The star skiff is ready. Let's go.
The Ambrosial Arbor.
I don't believe
Your
in
extractor
ghosts.
cleaned or you're stuck?
The rumors are true. You really are back. I'm Hila Lu Ying of the Alchemy Commission. I'm a Vidyadhara too, as you can see. I'd heard the reincarnation of the Great Sinner has returned to the Lafu and wanted to offer some advice.
Oh?
Leave this troubled place immediately.
I'm not surprised in the slightest. What does the Alchemy Commission want then?
Return to being a nameless. Stay out of the High Elder's succession. The Lafu Vidyadhara have finally recovered from Danfeng's grievous sins, and were blessed with a compassionate and caring High Elder in Bailu. None of this was easy. Your return has stirred up resentment and ambition among the preceptors, and threatens our situation.
I have no intention of threatening Bailu's position.
You may have a clear conscience, but even so, as long as you remain on the Lafu, invisible forces will try to coerce you. Leave now. It is the best outcome for everyone involved. Do not repeat the mistakes of a past life in this one. Farewell.
Excuse me, are you two on your way to the Alchemy Commission, Delph?
Hello. What brings you two here? The wind and waves are restless around lunar-rescent depths today.
Even you came to dissuade me from visiting the High Elder, General?
This encounter was not of my making. I've been recuperating in the Alchemy Commission under the Dragon Lady's care. Our paths have merely crossed. But your question would suggest that there are others interested in dissuading you from such a venture. Matters that concern the rise and fall of the Vidyadhara will inevitably attract certain parties, those that would work circumstances to their advantage, be it Danfeng, the Preceptors, or the Alchemy Commission that trained the Dragon Lady.
Your injury hasn't dulled your instincts, General. The Preceptors and the Commission seem deeply concerned.
A chance meeting is a gift from fate. Why don't I help you to fathom their intent then? The power struggle between the Preceptors and their High Elder is a tale as old as time. And someone as powerful as Don Feng, who was completely beyond their control, was enough for them to harbor a hidden rage. The Elders used to have a small say in appointing the new High Elder. Who could have imagined that Don Feng would pick his own successor? And yet, that is precisely what happened, and all they could do was accept the result. Now that Don Hong has arrived, the Elders see yet another chance. How could they let it go? Us outsiders should not judge the laws of the Vidyadhara. The Preceptors have been suppressed for some time now. They will inevitably try to overturn the situation. These people speak of legitimacy. They believe that Bai Lu was chosen as heir apparent by the previous High Elder, and that unless she were to commit a terrible sin, the Preceptors should have no right whatsoever to choose again. The healer lady has draconic features and scarcely believable therapeutic abilities. Some regard this as evidence that she is the High Elder. But the Preceptors are fixated on strength and are unwilling to accept her. Now that Don Feng's reincarnation has shown a command over the vast marine expanse of luminescent depths, those longing to keep the traditional bequeathal of the High Elder feel increasingly uneasy. Before Don Hong arrived, everything was quiet as a windless lake. In that regard, it is understandable that they want to get rid of him. These folks aren't the type to just let it go. It is an internal affair of the Vidyadharas. As long as it does not disturb the peace aboard the Luofu, it does not involve the General of the Cloud Knights. Nevertheless, as a friend, let me remind you of one thing. So long as Don Hong and Bai Lu, with their respective High Elder powers and titles, both remain on the Luofu, the Vidyadhara will never cease their internal strife. This is not to say that either of you are to blame. It's getting late. You are headed to repair the Arbor's seal at Scale Gorge Waterscape and visit the High Elder, no? Farewell for now. I should start taking this business of rest and recuperation a little more seriously. I must return to my quarters now. I merely took advantage of the healer's absence to slip out and relax a little. Be on your way.
Master Don Hung, you're back. Have you made your decision? Will you come with me to meet with the elders first? Or are you set on seeing Miss Bailu?
Miss Bailu is already waiting at Scale Gorge Waterscape.
Your stubbornness is redolent of your previous incarnation.
Sorry, but you're not going anywhere. A criminal who destroyed our succession is unworthy of setting foot in the sacred places of the Videodora.
Wait. Master Dan Heng's presence at Scale Gorge Waterscape has been approved by the 6 charioteers and the preceptors. He is no longer the criminal he once was.
Empty rhetoric. There are ways of unearthing his true identity. And even his reincarnation should answer for the monstrous crimes of the past. The Videodora will never accept him. Die, Donfeng.
Heaven's Surge. Rise! The times are
You
changing.
say Donfeng was merely your previous incarnation. How then do you still possess the power of the High Elder?
Awaken, dormant scales. Conflict requires undivided focus. World-cleansing dragon.
As I expected, Donfeng, you have returned.
Thank you for rescuing me, Master Dan Heng.
They came from me. I'm sorry you got dragged into it.
It's risky to remain here. We should leave. Master Dan Heng, after your meeting, will you go with me to see the elders?
Should I ever want to meet the preceptors, Miss Huanxi, I'll ask you to pass on the message.
I understand. Please alight, Your Highness. Miss Bailu awaits you at Dragon Vista Rain Hall.
It could be dangerous ahead. We should proceed carefully.
So slow. I've been waiting for you here for ages. Hello there. Long time no see. What are you doing here?
We were met by an assassin on the way over, Miss.
An assassin? Are you okay? Are you injured?
Fortunately, the skills of Master Dan Heng and his friends were too much for them. There are those that wish to assassinate Master Dan Heng, Miss. Presumably to preserve your legitimacy as High Elder.
I don't care about my legitimacy. Why do they? I told you, whoever wants to be the High Elder is welcome. I never wanted the title.
I am Dan Heng. It is an honor to meet you, Miss Bailu.
You're Dan Heng? I heard about how you parted the ancient sea in Scale Gorge Waterscape. These assassins have got their work cut out for them.
Miss Bailu, please don't say things like that.
look at you. Dragon horns. Well, they say you're Danfeng's reincarnation. Suppose it must be true then. But you're different from me. Where's your tail? If I let you be High Elder, will you grow a tail?
About the High Elder succession. I have no intention of getting entangled in that. I'm here to repair the Ambrosial Arbor seal. This is the duty of the Lawful Vidyadhara.
Oh, really? Then why'd you come to CB? All I've learned since my hatching rebirth are some medical skills at the Alchemy Commission. I can't repair seals or part the sea like you can.
I should take this opportunity to talk with you about the past, Miss Bailu. I've heard about your situation, and while I can't guarantee a solution, I will do my best to improve things for you.
Interesting. You're not like other grown-ups. You say what you think, and you seem trustworthy. So, you want me to go with you to Scale Gorge Waterscape?
Precisely.
Let's go then.
Miss Bailu,
Guanxi, please wait here for me. I'll come back as soon as I can. I've got these two to look after me. Don't worry. What a magnificent sight! Is that the Ambrosial Arbor?
Yes. Forming a seal and using their power to curb the spread of the Arbor's roots is an important task entrusted to the Luofu's High Elder.
News to me. The Elders must be well aware that I'm not qualified for this position. Which begs the question, why did Danfeng choose me all those years ago?
That's exactly what I've come to Scale Gorge Waterscape to find out. Among the Vidyadhara, the High Elder is the existence closest to the permanence. According to historical records, the High Elder succession involves a secret ritual known as the Transmutation Arcanum, as well as a treasure known as Dragon Heart. Once succession is complete, the former High Elder undergoes a hatching rebirth, while the new High Elder begins to display draconic features. However, Danfeng's ritual failed, and his powers remained within me. And yet for some reason, it also created you.
So, in medical terms, he messed up the prescription. And brought suffering down on himself and just about everyone else in the process.
I want to use this opportunity to repair the Ambrosial Arbor seal, and see if I can help recall our memories. Shun the tree's growth, the residual plague, water of the ancient sea. Upon the High Elder's command, subdue the eternal roots. Strange. This is different from the breaking of the seal. Why is there no reaction?
What's wrong? Not going to plan, huh?
Shun the tree's growth, the residual plague.
Shun the tree's growth, the residual plague. Water of the ancient sea,
Upon the High Elder's command, subdue the eternal roots.
This feeling.
That's it. You did it. This alone should prove to everyone that you are the true High Elder. When the seal was reestablished, did you recall anything?
It was like a tide surging through my mind. I became really, really huge, and the whole of Scale Gorge Waterscape was responding to my voice, resonating with me. That's fun! Danheng, teach me another trick. Let's see if I can remember anything else.
Wait. Can you feel it? There's someone coming. You! Who are you? Protect Bailu!
Hey! I'm doing the protecting here! Nobody's getting hurt with me around.
Converge and awaken! Human creations!
Get them! Fiends or devils! I'll crush them all!
World-cleansing dragon.
In lunar flame. Blade of moonlight.
How did they manage to appear right next to us without a sound?
They may have used a cloud hymn to create mist and provide a smokescreen. I'm afraid this ambush was probably lying in wait for us. Seems like some people have had enough of my presence. If I'm their target, why would they come after Bailu? We don't know how many there are. Let's get out of here. Go!
Look at that shadow. Could it be an assassin?
Don't worry. Those things aren't hostile.
This power, it rivals the tidal forces in Scale Gorge Waterscape. Is that you, Danfeng? Have you returned?
I'm afraid you have the wrong person. These floating shadows are called Mirage Echoes. They are memories of past lives and echoes from the past that the Vidyadhara shed during their rebirth.
The books say that these mirages only speak to people they can recognize. And the water on their bodies can be used as medicine.
Seems this mirage mistook me for Danfeng.
There's no mistake. This old man would recognize your voice anywhere. Have you come to this sacred place to repent? The proud son of the Vidyadhara, hero of the High Cloud Quintet. You fought with us your whole life. How far you have fallen. You availed yourself of the Transmutation Arcanum to summon that draconic abomination, and almost laid waste to Scale Gorge Waterscape in the process. If your allies hadn't united to slay it, then the abomination would have destroyed the ambrosial Arbor seal. Tell me, did it sadden you to watch the abomination perish? As the High Elder, you should have freed us from the plight of rebirth and set foot on a brand new path. But instead, you were seduced by your reputation and abandoned yourself. You counted Xianzhou natives and even short-life species among your friends. The upcoming trial is your final chance. Hand over the secrets of the Transmutation Arcanum now, and the Preceptors can help you keep your secret. Isn't that draconic abomination you created proof of the Transmutation Arcanum's success?
I heard that Danfeng craved the powers of our dragon ancestor Long the Permanence, and created a monstrous dragon-like creature. That must be what he's referring to. And so the hero of the Xianzhou became its arch-villain. Elder, look around you. You've long since reincarnated. What remains here are just the mirages of the waters of the ancient sea.
Impossible. I still live! The High Elder succession will not be severed in this generation.
I don't like this Mirage Echo. He thought that the Vidyadhara was superior to other races, and that he was superior to other Vidyadhara. As if the Vidyadhara would never progress without their plans. I guess Danfeng probably never told them the secret of the transmutation Arcanum.
We shouldn't linger here. The assassins are using skilled cloud hymn magic to make themselves invisible. But their presence is all too real. These Mirage Echoes, on the other hand, are vestiges of the past. If we can center and transmit the echoes, we should be able to detect any assassins hidden beneath the surface of the water. Let's look for Mirage Echoes and send out pulses. Move carefully.
Another invisible assassin?
Careful. They're waiting for us to get close enough to reveal our weak spots.
Together as one!
World-cleansing dragon.
In lunar flame.
Converge and awaken! Human creations!
World-cleansing dragon.
As one!
Fiends or devils, I'll crush them all!
World-cleansing dragon.
In lunar flame.
Break!
Human creations!
Rise!
Bailu, you fled the Alchemy Commission yet again. How many times have I told you our rules state that...
Sorry. I'm sorry. I won't do it again. Wait. I remember that voice. That's the old chief alchemist. So she's been reborn?
Reborn? More excuses. Who brought you out this time? Is that Master Danfeng? I don't think so. The appearance of the Luofu's High Elders have been similar through the ages. But there's no mistaking Master Danfeng. Bailu, return to the Forbidden Residence. I must speak with Master Danfeng.
Oh, okay. Wait! No! You're just a mirage echo! I got tricked again!
Master Danfeng, I finally understand your plan. That little girl is the key to the Transmutation Arcanum. This is a breakthrough for my research. The Vidyadhara performs self-reincarnation, but we are unable to reproduce. Natural and artificial disasters inevitably reduce our population. If this continues, one day our noble draconic bloodline will perish, and the fated decree of the permanence will be violated. For this very reason, I have spent my entire life researching ways to free the Vidyadhara from the cycle of reincarnation. I have been without success for a long, long time, thinking that this reincarnation had been naught but a waste. But now, you have enlightened me.
Danfeng. What did he do?
Master Danfeng, your changes to the Transmutation Arcanum created a draconic abomination that wreaked great destruction. But it also created a new life. This is the hope that will one day allow the Vidyadhara to reproduce. My understanding of reproduction was limited by ordinary notions. How constrained I was. Why should Vidyadhara reproduction remain trapped within the confines of our race? To unearth the potential might of Long's blood and incorporate other races into the flesh of the dragon, isn't that the real meaning behind the Transmutation Arcanum? The Preceptors are too narrow-minded to see your talent. They want to install another High Elder. Foolish.
What does she mean by that?
The Transmutation Arcanum seems to contain a secret that allows the Vidyadhara to escape the cycle of reincarnation and return to normal reproduction. But the mechanism eludes me. Let's go. World-cleansing dragon.
Together as one.
Rise.
Converge and awaken!
World-cleansing dragon. Rise!
Human
creations!
Fiends or devils, I'll crush them all!
World-cleansing dragon.
In lunar flame. Together as one.
Rise!
Get them!
Blade of moonlight.
Water heeds the cloud song. Break! World-cleansing dragon.
Get them!
Converge and awaken. No matter. Human creations.
Miss Violet, what are you doing in my pharmacy? Don't tell me you've already heard about Sanctus Medicus. Have you come here to condemn me?
Seems like none of the Mirage Echoes realize that you've already been reborn.
They're mere fragments stripped from the lives of the Vidyadhara.
I have never believed in the High Elder. You are unworthy of the condemnation you spout. Especially you, Miss Violet. You simply do not have the power of the High Elder, the power to summon the forces of nature. Why should I believe you are superior in any way to Master Don Fong? The Preceptors, our people, they think the High Elder is the Vidyadhara's only savior. Arrogant, illogical. Have you seen what merciful Medicus can do? The Vidyadhara already have the mortal bodies. What they should pray for is the ability to reproduce like the Xianzhou natives. Merciful Medicus will help us to grow our population and bear descendants. They can do what the High Elder cannot. One day you will come to know that I was right.
I never knew the Vidyadhara had believers in the Plagues Author among their ranks.
It's you, Master Dongfeng. Why did you disgrace yourself? You were my hero. I dreamed of being just like you. Of joining the Cloud Knights. But you betrayed the hopes and dreams of the Elders.
This Mirage Echo. He must be a Cloud Knight who fought alongside Don Feng all those years ago.
How many of us perished in that disaster and could not be reincarnated? And my leg was torn off by that abomination. Oh, the pain. The doctors at the Alchemy Commission said I have to reincarnate as soon as possible to avoid affecting my immortal life. But my poor comrades have no chance of returning to the ancient sea. You once told us that we should cherish every life cycle, and that you would use cloud-hand magic to heal our wounds. But in the end, all you did was betray us.
I must listen to him very carefully. We cannot afford to miss any information.
I will never forgive you. The High Elder's power belongs to the Vidyadhara of the Lawfu. You are unworthy. The Vidyadhara must not sever the High Elder's succession tradition just because of you. Hand it over.
Dunhung, is this the price we pay for bearing the power of the High Elder? Carrying the weight of all these expectations. All this hatred.
Before any of this transpires, you have enough time to prepare. Rise!
In lunar flame.
Converge and awaken!
World-cleansing dragon. Break!
Get them!
Blade of moonlight.
Rise! World-cleansing dragon.
Together as one!
Break!
Get them! Fiends or devils! I'll crush them all!
In lunar flame.
Human creations!
What is the cloud song? Rise! World-cleansing dragon.
Get them!
Converge and awaken! Yin and yang!
Grace.
Protect me! Protect me!
World-cleansing dragon.
Get them!
Blade of moonlight.
No matter!
In lunar flame.
Praise.
Fiends or devils, I'll crush them all!
Human creations!
Break!
Together as one!
World cleansing dragon.
Get them!
Rise!
Miss Bailu, are you okay? You were in there for such a long time.
Luckily, I had Dan Heng and her to protect me all the way. If anyone's owed a thanks, it's them.
I didn't expect those assassins to be so brazen and reckless, storming a sacred place like Scale Gorge Waterscape and pursuing you. Rest assured, Miss Bailu, I'll report them to the elders and round them all up. Fortunately, the three of you were blessed by the gods. If anything had happened to you, it would have been a dereliction of duty on my part.
Assassins. None of us mentioned that the danger involved assassins. How did you know that?
Oh, it's because we were already attacked at the ferry, no? I was just worried that those people would try and attack you again.
You said those assassins only came from Mr. Dan Heng, but the ones we met in the ruins were coming from me instead.
Perhaps the real dereliction of duty was that not enough happened to you.
So, did the elders send you to take out the unworthy High Elder?
That was my idea alone. How could the Preceptors have come up with that? From my perspective, the Videodora requires only one High Elder. A second High Elder, one who is weak and useless, must be removed. Miss Bailu, our relationship as mistress and maid ends here. Farewell.
The strength. Heaven's surge. Break!
You don't look so good.
Awaken, dormant scales. World cleansing dragon.
Lance at the ready.
I sense a storm.
Let me tend your wound. Stay off!
Do not fret.
Time to show you what's in your prescription!
Do not fret. The times are changed. The heavens surge. Rise!
Need a doctor?
Lance ablaze. Lance forward!
Am I too late?
General!
Time for them.
Did you bring reinforcements?
Show no mercy. Reinforcements? I am the reinforcements.
Heavens surge. Break!
You bully!
Mortality means forever.
Awaken, dormant scales. World cleansing dragon.
Here, this thunder!
The strength. Heaven's surge. Rise!
Secret of the Saints!
There's no time to lose.
I'm on guard. Lance ablaze! Lance forward!
I sense a storm. Heaven's surge. Break! Inevitable.
Follow my charge.
What's in your prescription?
Do not fret.
Let me tend your wound.
Heaven's surge. Rise! Awaken, dormant world-cleansing dragon.
A foregone conclusion.
Lance at the ready.
A miracle!
Heaven's surge. Break!
Here, there's thunder!
Time. Show no mercy.
Let me tend your wounds. What's in your prescription?
Do not fret.
I'm on guard.
The strength.